Hello everyone, Vandel here. Yeah, I'm back, finally back for another episode of Avorion. Now, the reason why I didn't post a new episode of this was because there was a new update which basically threw the mobility of every ship into the gutter. Okay, so to make the long story short, the thrusters are now more or less a sixth of how it performed before. So most ships have had to be redesigned. Like some of them obviously won't be revisiting the ships that they built just to replace some blocks. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna be doing any of that. I'll still be digging those ships up. If you want to replace the blocks to account for the thrusters, or just to make it more mobile, then go ahead. So okay, so let's begin, guys. Let's begin. So for the first ship, what I have for you guys is another ship from BiasVoltage, and this ship's name is Magus. Yeah, Magus. Come on, here we go. Okay, Magus. Okay, guys. Yeah, so look at this thing. Oh man. Jesus Christ. Okay. BiasVoltage never ceases to amaze me, guys. Look at the details of this ship. I mean, oh my god. I love this, guys. I love this. Now this one here is built with the current update in mind. This is a more recent build of his, and so this thing is based again from an EVE Online ship. Here's the picture of it. Yeah, so as you can see, like these spheres there are actually he also got those right. Well, although the frames are not exactly the same, I think he still did a pretty good job of copying it actually. Okay, so going back, as you can see, yeah, the balls are there. Yeah, this ship has some balls, and I like the thruster placement. Actually, wait. This is the front. This is the front. Yeah, because the thrusters are back here. Yeah. Okay. As for its price, it costs, let's take a look. So this ship costs 400, no, this thing costs 4,875,477 credits, roughly around 50,000 iron and 125,000 trinium, and 300,000 sanyon, roughly 300,000 sanyon. So yeah, so I'd say this is a hybrid between sanyon and trinium. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the stats. The hull and shield are not bad. Yeah, I quite like them actually. Sectors, yeah. Okay, so for the thrust and the brake thrust, this thing has a lot of thrust, so this thing can go pretty fast, like really fast. The brake thrust though, not as big as before, as the other ships that he's built before, like the Stratios and the Retriever, which has a lot more brake thrust than the thrust. So this one has more thrust than the brake thrust. The yaw, pitch, and roll are not bad, so we'll be seeing that later. As for it has 9 upgrade slots. What else? Yeah. So it's weird, you know. He doesn't have enough crew quarters. Look, I just filled this thing up with 790 crew. Of course, these are all untrained. So, of course, you can always fill it up with your own crew if you wanted to, like trained crew, to actually make this fit. All right. Okay, let's test the performance of the ship. Okay, let's test the mobility of this ship. So turning is not bad at all. As you can see, it's turning pretty good. Yeah. Man, I really like this ship. Props to BiasVoltage to making this thing. So yeah, the turning is quite nice. Both the boosting of the acceleration is quite fast actually. Like, look, it's so fast, guys. This thing is really fast. As for braking, you'd have to face the other way and probably boost. Yeah, and since this thing turns fast, you'd have less trouble trying to do that anyway. Okay, so for mobility, actually let's start with the creativity. So for creativity, I give this thing again a 10. Yep, this guy's this thing is really good. For mobility, considering the previous changes, this thing is actually pretty mobile. So yeah, I give this thing a 10 as well. Yeah, rolling is quite fast too. Okay, now let's try parking this beside its beside the other ships that we've reviewed before. Okay, here we go. Yeah, okay, so it's roughly the same size as UNSC Nevada, as you can see over here. So yeah, so creativity 10, mobility 10. As for the function, I suggest putting in trained crew in this, because this is not gonna function if you only gave it like untrained crew. Yeah, so that's not gonna do it. Other than that, this thing is pretty damn good. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's park Stratios here as well. Let me go get this guy. Yeah, as you can see, like, rolling is not fast anymore for Stratios. So if you do want to use this thing again, you might need to replace some blocks inside just to make him usable again. It's okay, let's pull him down. Here we go, come on. Alright. Okay guys, so these are the ships so far. So yeah, so starting from the left, it's the Retriever, followed by Sanctum, followed by UNSC Nevada, followed by this, the Magus, and the Stratios. So if you want a more recent ship with the recent update, I suggest you download Magus. But if you do plan on using these other ships, I suggest you go ahead and replace some of the blocks inside if you do plan on using it, because right now with the recent patch, its thrusters are pretty much useless. Okay, so the functionality of this thing, I would say, let's check on the, yeah, this thing doesn't have any cargo hold, so no trading for this one. You could however use it for mining if you wish to do so, but personally I'd use this as a gunship, because I mean this thing is based off a destroyer, and you can also use this somewhat like a carrier. Personally, because I like how he designed this thing at the back, like it's like there's a runway for the fighters itself. So yeah, there's that. It looks really nice, guys. So yeah. Go ahead and visit BiasVoltage for this. Give him some nice comments. Tell him that you saw this ship from my channel, from this video. And yeah, okay, I'll post the link in the description below if you do want to download this. So now let's move on to the next ship. Okay. So now, moving on to our next ship. Now this one was one that I really wanted to show off to you guys, but then I had second thoughts after the patch. So this one was made by someone named Avitus. Avitus. Wait, I just want to make sure that I actually got his name right. Let's see. Yeah, it is. It's Avitus12. So that's his username. And these two ships that I'm gonna be showing you next are originals. Alright, so the first ship that we're gonna be showcasing is a ship he named Talos Mk4 Dreadnought or something. That's a pretty long name. I think we don't need to include the Dreadnought. Alright, so it's a Talos Mk4. Okay, yeah, please don't show this again, thank you. And yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now, okay guys, this thing is fucking huge. Look at it. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Okay, I think I need to increase my rating, guys. I think I need to have like 15 out of 10. Yeah, this thing is wow, like I'm just amazed. Okay, I like the style, guys. Like how this thing looks is it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Okay. Okay, enough me going fanboying over this. So for the let's first check the I mean, you know, the price. This thing should be very expensive. Okay, so the yep, I was right. So this thing costs around 61 million, or let's say 62 million. Let's round it up. And it also costs 1 million trinium, 3,900,000 sanyon, around let's say 400,000 Ogonite, and around 620 Avorion. Yep. So this thing is freaking expensive. But man, look at this thing. It's fucking sexy. Okay. Now I don't expect this thing to move fast just because of the sheer size of it. This thing actually has 15 upgrade slots, which is crazy if you think about it, and it has 10,000 crew quarters. Now let's go ahead and fill this guy up with crew fill. There we go. So now you still have enough space for 3,000 yeah, for 3,000 crew. Man, look at this. I really like this, guys. Look at it. Tell me that doesn't look good, guys. That's amazing. And now, considering with the recent patch, if the thrusters were 1/6 of the original performance, this thing actually performed quite well before. Like, look at it. Its yaw and pitch are more than 0.10, even the roll actually. So this thing would have performed very well before. Too bad it doesn't do that now. So what else? Oh, obviously this thing has a lot of shields and hull. This thing is pretty much a moving shipyard or a satellite or something. But yeah, okay, so now let's go ahead and check on the fighters. So this thing can carry some fighters, 6 to 54, which is not bad, not bad. So I guess it comes off the sides here, right? Okay. All right, now let's actually test its mobility. Now I won't be as harsh in judging this thing because, you know, because of the recent patches. So okay. So okay, so look at the thrusters, guys. It's actually hidden underneath a lot of armor. But I mean, considering the size of it, considering the size of this thing, and even with the recent patches, it's pretty good, you know. I mean, for a ship this size. Actually, let's check the thrust. Yeah, this thing is not fast at all. So, but you know, I don't really mind. Okay, so yeah, this thing is freaking big. Okay, okay. Alright, okay, the turning is actually not bad. Turning is not bad at all for a ship this size. Okay, let's try rolling. The rolling is actually faster than Stratios, even with the patches. A Stratios with the patch was just pretty much useless. This one though, this one's a different story. This one actually still moves quite well. Yep. For creativity, guys, this thing is this thing is obviously a perfect 10 for me. I mean, pretty much a lot of the ships that I review are a perfect 10. Otherwise, you wouldn't be featured in the show. But if I could give this a higher rating, I would give it a 15 out of 10. I know it doesn't make sense, but it just looks really good. For the mobility, I give this thing a 8. I know it's not that mobile, but you know, with the patches, it still moves quite well, so you can still use this thing. As for its functionality, this thing is definitely a capital ship and a gunship if you wanted it to. You can this thing is, yeah, this thing is a capital ship. That's it really. That's it. So yeah, you can fit a lot of guns with the 3000 crew. And the thing about this is it also has a lot of cargo hold, so you can also use this for trading. So this is a multi-purpose ship, guys, and it's pretty good. If there's anything that I didn't like about it, is that it's currently like really slow, with the thrust being at 22 meters per second and the brake thrust at 19, which is still good, you know. Okay, now I'm gonna park it beside Stratios. Okay guys, oh my god, this thing is huge. Holy shit. Yeah, okay, let me just face a bit on the right way. There we go. Okay. So yeah, wow. This thing is pretty damn huge. Okay, alright. Now, this thing can easily fit more than 3 hyperspace cooldown upgrades, so there's no problem with jumping with this thing. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Now the next one is also made by the same guy, by Avitus12. He didn't really post how long he made these ships, so I really have no idea. Okay, so this next ship is, I believe, named 666 Armageddon Mk1. Yeah, I know. It's a really nice name. Okay, here's the Armageddon Mk1. Look at this thing. Now, I'm not as big of a fan of this ship. I think I like the other one more, his other creation. But this thing is equally as awesome. Like, look at it. Wow, these are some really big thrusters, guys. Okay, let's actually fill this guy up with crew. Surprisingly, it doesn't have enough crew. That means you need to add in trained crew for this guy. Yeah. But other than that, this thing actually has a larger thrust and brake thrust actually. So this thing is actually quite maneuverable. And the max velocity, okay, it's not bad, not bad. It has 15 upgrade slots as well. It's similar to Talos Mk4 here. And the fighters, it actually has more fighters. Although I don't see where these fighters are gonna be coming from. Is it from here? I'm not sure. Where the heck is his fighters coming from, guys? I can't tell, guys. Where the hell are his fighters coming out of? Yeah, it's pretty hidden. Okay, anyway. So yeah, this thing is the again the Armageddon, and it has 2,000 blocks. Again, I don't know how long this thing took, but it's probably a pretty long time to build this thing. And yeah, it doesn't have enough crew. It has a lot of cargo hold as well. Again, I think Avitus12 is into building capital ships, guys. I don't know. Now, let's check the price. Okay, so this thing costs around 41 million, or let's say 42 million. Let's round it up. Iron 400, titanium around 14,000, trinium is 22 million. No, it's it's 2.2 million. Sanyon is around 2.1 million. Yep. So this thing is again a combination between trinium and sanyon, right? Am I right? Yeah, trinium and sanyon, and a little bit of titanium. Okay, let's fly this thing. Okay. Based from the yaw, pitch, and roll, it actually performs much better than this thing is actually much more mobile than Talos Mk4. Okay, let's start. Let's try and boost. Okay, so here's the acceleration. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not bad, not bad. Okay, now let's turn. Turning is actually faster than, well, slightly faster. It's not that fast, but still, you know. Okay, okay, let's brake. Let's wait for the brake to take over. So yeah, it takes quite a while to brake, which is understandable considering the size of this thing. Okay, now let's try and go up with the thrusters. Wow, the thrusters are actually doing a pretty good job of moving this thing. Wow, okay. Let's try and move side to side. This thing is surprisingly mobile. Look at that. Okay, let's try rolling. Rolling is not bad either. Wow. Even with the patch, I mean, this thing must have performed very well in the before the patch. Wow, okay, I take it back. I don't think you need to add, this thing in itself is usable. You don't need to add as much thrusters or anything at all. I think this thing performs really well in its own. Okay, well then. Alright, okay. Let's try and park this guy beside the beside Talos. I forgot to describe the stats, by the way. So this thing again has a lot of hull, although the shield, it doesn't have as much shield though. But then it's still a lot if you think about it. I mean, this is without the upgrades. So with the upgrades, this thing will have a lot of shields. And don't forget, this thing has 15 upgrade slots. So yeah, it has a lot of storable energy, surprisingly, and generates a lot of energy as well. Wow, it actually generates a lot of energy. Okay. Alright, so let's check the size. Yeah, this oh my god, this thing just keeps on getting bigger and bigger. What the hell is this? Oh, it's the oh, okay. The Sotan ships are attacking the mobile turret merchant. Okay, this thing is actually looks bigger than the previous one, but this thing probably has more volume though. Okay, for creativity, I give this thing a 10. It's not a 15. It's still perfect though. I just give 15 for like ships that have performed well and beyond their like, it just, you know, like, I really admire. But for some people, they may find you may find this more stylish than the than Talos Mk4. If you do, I mean, you know, it's not a competition. So if you do like it more, then yeah, then good for you. As for its mobility, I give this thing a 9 out of 10 because this thing is actually more mobile than Talos Mk4. Which I gave a rating of 8 out of 10. As for its functionality, it would be the same as the Talos Mk4, which is a capital ship. You could also use this as a gunship or even a trading ship. It's basically an all-rounder, really. So yeah, good job, Avitus12. Okay guys, so yeah, this is it for me. Go ahead and hit that like button if you like this episode. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more of these. Leave some comments in the section below if you have any ships that you want me to review. And go ahead and visit the links for these ships if you do want to download them. The links are in the description below. And yeah guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.